her experiences and all that, and I was not an exception. And then there was one question that I and Julie reserved as a surprise question. I was to ask her a surprise question. And the surprise question was about her plans, what she was dreaming about. And she made big eyes and she said, wow, I want to create an online club devoted to storytellers and humor. And I said, I want to be part of that club. That was, a loud and beautiful end of the interview. And almost the same day, we started doing something. We took steps every day to create this club. And we encountered so many enthusiastic people. They say that if you want to set up a Toastmasters club, you must do it with people who are even more enthusiastic than you are. Because when you are busy or when you're feeling low, these people will carry on. And such person was, of course, Michelle and Brian. And now I will list everybody, all charter members, Mathilde, all these people. They were taking, every step was like a milestone. They were bringing in new members. We chatted rapidly. And, everything, every meeting has been such a pleasure. Preparations are enjoyable because we all understand each other. We're team players. And even sometimes when we need to do things on the spot, like all of a sudden we discover we haven't got a timer, It's not because we're disorganized, but it's because we are just spontaneous people. And as today, we always find people who come forward and make our meetings a success, in my opinion. Our meetings are very participatory, and one of the slogans I love myself, life is a party, and you will enjoy the party if you participate. So yes, that's what our meetings are. We are very participatory. Another thing is, maybe it's an appropriate time to say, we were looking for the name for this club. Storytellers was this club was born with the name Storyteller. But how to add this, quality of storytelling, which is humorous, but we don't want to say funny storytellers, because in English, in Britain, funny means other things as well. You're not feeling so good, you can say I feel funny. So, and I said, why don't we say witty storytellers? Because witty, implies humor and also wisdom, and this is what storytelling is about. It's about reviewing your life experience, being able to put things behind and then smile at your memories and share your memories and make other people smile together with you, which means you come stronger out of your experiences. With these words, I would like to hand over to our Toastmaster of the day, Gerrit. Gerrit, please come up on screen and enjoy.
Thank you, Madam President, and fellow online witty storytellers. Thank you. It's a great honour to serve as Toastmaster for my very first time. And I just want to say thanks so much for having me in the club. And from the moment I came online, I was delighted to join up. I'm quite addicted to this club. I'm getting up in the mornings quite early, losing my sleep, but it's all worth it. Today I picked star signs, and as members and guests were coming in, they were giving me a little insight into themselves, which I thought was good because it's just a little extra detail to everybody about people's personalities. Me, myself, I'm a Scorpio, and from reading it out of the list, I'm self-assured, self-reliant. I'm also supposed to be dominant, but I think I'm more dominated than anything else. And I'm also quite secretive, I'm told. But if you tell me a secret, it's out on the street straight away. There's no possible way I can keep it. I'm very like Sagittarius, which my birthday is very close to the end of the month, November the 20th, and I'm just bordering on the edge of that star sign. But so that's a little insight into my star sign. And today we have a great agenda lined up. And we have table topics first, and then we have 3 great speeches or stories and three evaluations. So the first role I'm going to introduce my first helper, and I want to thank this person for taking the role at very short notice. In fact, just as we came online. So I'd like to introduce the timekeeper, George Went, to just explain his role. I will give George the times before the speeches and evaluations. But if you could just explain your card system, George.
Timing is everything, as we know, and in Toastmasters, you can lose a contest by just going over just a little bit. So I had an opportunity to be timekeeper and I was delighted to jump in. I'm afraid I didn't have the choice of wonderful books that Svetlana offered a few days ago, but I did find different colors. So I have a book on architecture that is green, which is good. I have a book, well, where I used to work, we had a mascot because I worked for the University of Oregon, and that was the Ducks. So we have a yellow. This is my friend who sits on my shelf all the time. And finally, we have something that everyone kind of worries about, and that is mathematics. So we have a red book, Mathematics for Self-Study. Who would do that? So those are the signs that you're getting to the end of the beginning of your time, the middle of your time, and the end of your time. And so I'm ready as your timer this evening to give you those signals.
Thank you, George. And just to explain on this evening's meeting, it's a slightly shorter format, so we don't have grammarian or the word of the day. The next role I'm going to introduce is our table topics master. And our table topics master, normally we hear her telling us her wise and witty stories, cracking us up with laughter, sharing memories from many a year. I think it's 82 years now. So I'd like to introduce our table topics master for the evening, or for the meeting, and that's Julie Cortez. Julie, if you can come on screen, please.
Yes. So my first question would be, do you believe in destiny, like in horoscope, or what you should do or don't do? And that would go to Misako.
I knew it was for me. Yes, it was big master. I would like to say I only believe something good in everything help me. You will have some help. I believe it. You will have some good things today. I believe fully. And you have to be careful about something. I just take it off. And it happens. That means a lot of injury and probably unnecessary heartbreak. But I don't blame. That is my job. What to take, what to dismiss. All control is in my hand. That I truly believe. Something I cannot control, I surrender. Because I'm not a strong person. Why? Something that is beyond my control. I think fast. Whenever it makes me great, makes me stronger. So my answer is only the things I think.
So, my next question would be, what do you think? Is it true that from everything bad something good comes? And that goes to Kevin. Kevin, voice.
You cannot hear.
Not yet. We heard you at the beginning.
And I think it's only fair that the timer wait until he can actually speak before I start timing.
Kevin, you didn't click yet on the button which is, yeah, now it is okay. Try again now. Click also on the video. Not yet. So let's try, you try to arrange it and perhaps reboot your computer and it will work. And now let's have Violet from Curaco. She was the first with me in the morning. So what was your first thing in the morning for you today?
The first thing, can you hear me?
Yes, I cannot see you, but I can
But you
hear.
can't see you.
Yes, I can now see you although.
Okay, the first thing I did in the morning was wake up. I always wake up at 6:30 in the morning. And 3 times a week, I go to the shore for water jogging in a club. So we have classes from 8:15 till 9 o'clock. There's a water jogging class because I need those exercises because it's forbidden for me to jog normally on the road. So it's better for my knees when I do it in the sea. So that's why I'm going 3 times a week. And that's the way I spent this morning till 9 o'clock. When I reached home, I had a class with a lady, Bible lessons. So that was the part of the morning. That was the way I spent my morning this morning, starting at 6:30. And I'm up till now to join the meeting at 1 o'clock in the morning.
Thank you. Now my next question would go to Kevin. Can you see you now back? And if not, to Zaldi. Zaldi. Yes. Zaldi, tell me, how the idea to create a new club, online club, arrived to you?
Well, one of my clubs last year had a backlog of 13 speakers. So had to hold a speakathon just for them to catch up. And when I say we had a backlog of 13, we were already having 8 speakers per meeting. So I thought of coming up with an online meeting instead instead of adding meetings to the club, because the club did not want additional meetings. So when I found that Zoom was affordable, and when I bought a larger monitor, which enhanced the Toastmasters experience, I decided going with an online club would be a nice project for my HPL or High Performance Leadership, which originally I wanted to do a TEDx conference. And the advantage of doing an online club over a TEDx is a one-day event, and I spend money and everything blows up in a day. While if I spend for Zoom, I will have a year of speaking, talking, and leading. Back to you, Julie.
Thank you. My next question goes to Mathilde, and I would like to ask her, but I would like to see you. Mathilde? Yes. Tell me how the idea to speak through GoToMeeting in a district conference arrived to you, and how you realized it.
Actually, it was an idea which I created with another Toastmaster together, and she was already giving some workshops without being in an online club, or she was fond of this idea, and therefore she contacted me because she knew that I'm in an online club. And then we talked a lot, and then we thought it would be a very great idea to also invite some other online club participants to this conference and speak there in Berlin. And then we had the opportunity because there were some slots open for workshops, but unfortunately only in German and not in English, because I found that speaking about online clubs in English would be more appropriate, especially as the guests speak English. And it was a great opportunity, and I already learned it was also a challenge for all the people who were there to organize this and to get the technology set up, and everyone had really much to put inside. And Sandra, with whom I made this, she took everything, a very huge load. It's been contacted lots of people to really make sure that this will work out. And she also practiced and did with you a special technology meeting prior to a real event, and it turned out to be a really great event. So many questions, so many interested people, and we will see what will happen next.
Thank you. My next question goes to Julie New. Yes, her name is Julie New, and I am very happy you are here. No, Julie, voice.
All right.
Yes.
You can hear me now.
Yes. Tell me about your last flowers that you found, and what you think about how flowers influence you.
Okay, so Julie knows that I have this analogy that life is a bit like a garden, and everywhere I go, I seem to gather these amazing. So I think of people as being flowers or trees. I've got George there, who's a fantastic tree, a very strong tree, I would say. And beside him, we have Julie and we have Svetlana, who are both beautiful flowers in the garden. And at the weekend, I was at a conference for women of faith, and it was up in Leeds. And when my friend and I went for a meal at Pizza Express, I don't know if you have Pizza Express all over the world, but we have Pizza Express in England, and we I felt very drawn to go there. And there was a guy from Marriott who was very interested in this analogy. In fact, as I walked in, he said, "You've got this beautiful smile." He said, "You've like lit the room up." And I said, "Right, that's lovely." But he said, anyway, at the end of the meal, he shared with me that he was very sad. And his family were very sad. And I, at the end, decided to give him a postcard, which was one of these. Actually, page 91 of my book, and it says, "Keep watering you." And I really felt that I was being told to kind of share this message with him. And only yesterday, the flower that joined the garden was the 600th flower from across that started 3 years ago. And it's his wife. And I felt so happy that he had shared with her this postcard, because I'd actually written the postcard to her as well. And I'm going to go now because I've now got the mathematics for self-study. So, bye.
Thank you. Now my next question goes to Graham, who is here all the way from Australia. Yes. Thank you for coming back. And
No problems.
we are near end of June. Witty Storytellers still needs a few members. And I would like to know what would take for you to become Witty Storyteller.
Madam Topics Master, ladies and gentlemen, if any of you know Harry Potter or any wizard who can create an extra day in the week, then please point them in my direction and I will be more than pleased to join Witty Storytellers. The issue that I face is that I am currently a member of 5 Toastmasters clubs and I'm about to join the 6th. And my poor long-suffering wife is forgiving, but there is a point at which she would say, D-I-V-O-R-C-E, what's that spell? Graham, talk to me. So I'm restricting myself from joining any further clubs, except I am looking for one more club just so that I can start halfway straight away. But if it wasn't for that, I would be joining Witty Storytellers, because storytelling is in fact a skill which I wish to learn, and I have seen in this club some fine and excellent storytelling. And so if I may come along as a guest occasionally, I'd love to be able to continue to do so, just so that I can steal some of the skills that I'm seeing here. So I have a green light, so that would be my
Great,
time for today.
great. Have you anytime. Grace, I am very happy you are back with us. Can we see you? I think you are also from Curacao, and Fabian brought you last time with us. Can we see you and hear you? Next time. Kevin, are you back? Can you try now to connect video and sound?
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes. Wonderful. Wonderful. I would like to tell you, and that is my last table topic question. What made you come back? I know that Dennis invited you to come first time, but you came back. So I am very happy to have you back. And what would make you to come back and back and back again?
Well, the first reason I came back is this is a very convenient time in my schedule. As you can probably guess, I am at my office. However, it is 2 o'clock on a Thursday, and I only teach one class today, and that class finished a few hours ago. So it's a very convenient time for me. Online clubs are, coming from trying to please everybody around the world. Online clubs can be pretty hard, but this is a very convenient time for me. Another reason why I came back is I'm
currently quite busy at work, and I can't attend my home club, which is in another city. I live in one city, and I have a small apartment down here where I stay for the week and go back on the weekends. So I've been unable to attend my home club, and so I needed something to fulfill my Toastmasters need. And those are reasons about myself, but so let me share one final reason, which is about the club itself. I absolutely love the diversity of this club. I love the fact that we have so many people from so many different time zones all around the world, but we're all coming here for the purpose of helping each other, helping ourselves improve and helping each other improve. And that to me is what Toastmasters is all about, and that is why I keep coming back, and that's why I will continue to keep coming back.
Thank you. I feel that you will become our next member. Now I will give it back to Gerard, our Toastmaster of the meeting. Not evening or day, but meeting.
Thank you, Madam Table Topics Master. Great table topics. Great to see everybody involved. We come to that part of the meeting now where we have our speeches. And the first speech will be given by Misako. And Misako is doing her speech from the storytelling workbook. And Misako's objectives are to tell a folk tale that is entertaining and enjoyable for a specific age group. Use vivid imagery and voice to enhance the tale. And for George, Misako's time is 7 to 9 minutes. So with a speech entitled The Crane Wife, Misako Iyok, The Crane Wife.
Guests from all over the world. Today I am here on my favorite Japanese film.
Stop!
Come closer.
Stop!
Misako.
Misako, we have a problem with the sound.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
The sound is breaking. Come close. The voice is breaking. We can hear you, but it's breaking.
Good idea.
It's earphone. It's not so.
It's not. It's okay. Can I come back for the second speaker? I will just reboot my computer.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm sorry. I'll be back.
Gerard, we begin the next speech now.
Okay. So we'll move along to our second speech. And our second speech is going to be given by Michelle. And Michelle is going to be doing the project 2 from the Special Occasions Manual, or Special Occasion Speeches Manual, which is Speaking in Praise. And Michelle just was telling me that this is a tribute or dedicated to a friend of hers, PDG Sally Adamo. So the objectives of Michelle's speech are to prepare a speech praising or honouring someone either living or dead, address 5 areas concerning the individual and his or her accomplishments, include anecdotes illustrating points within the speech, and the time frame is 5 to 7 minutes. And just to introduce Michelle with a speech entitled Living a Legacy, Michelle.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Gero. And I probably were thinking, living, not leaving. It's leaving and legacy, isn't it? Leaving. Why is it living and legacy? And yes, I mean living, because Sally Ferraren Adamo, may have left us today. Well, over there yesterday for some of you, today for us here on the Pacific coast. She may have left us physically today at 3:30 in the morning. However, she did not leave the legacy just now because she had been living it for most of her life. She was what you would call the epitome of a person who truly embraced life and just brought exuberance, brought enthusiasm, was just effervescent. And I want to share 3 stories. There are so many stories, but obviously we only have time. Maybe I hope that I will have time for these 3 stories. I'd like to share the very first story, almost the first few days that I met her. She was Lieutenant Governor, Education and Training in Founders District. And I was very new in Founders District. I just moved in from the Philippines. And her keynote speaker for the fall conference was supposed to be the mayor of Anaheim. Well, for some reason, the mayor of Anaheim canceled or was going to send his assistant or something to deliver his keynote, prepared speech, whatever it was. And I think Sally figured she would rather have a live, energetic speaker. And so out of the blue, I'm told, well, you're a speaker, you'll be the keynote. And she trusted me. She'd never heard me speak, but her husband, Frank Adamo, said, oh, Michelle is a speaker. She's a trainer. She gives keynotes. And so Sally said, okay, you're in. I said yes, because I guess there was no there. It wasn't a question. It was, you're my speaker. Aha. Like I think it had an aha at the start. Aha. You're my speaker. The theme is this. And the theme was very relevant. It was Pride in Toastmasters, Pride in America. And so I delivered a keynote. To this day, I don't know how powerful or effective it was, but we got it. Sally was like that. She would jump right in. And one of the things that I really loved about her, and I was reading on Facebook so many other people saying the same thing, she was not somebody who would take excuses. She was somebody who she would lead the charge, and then she would show the way. When she was district director, not director, we were still using governor. When she was district governor of Founders District, Founders District had not been distinguished for several years. I think it was 5 years before she took over. And she started saying, I want to see myself on that stage. I want to go up on that stage. I want you all to come with me to go up on that stage. And she constantly repeated and reiterated and reinforced that message. And guess what? Founders District went up on stage at the International Convention. She accomplished it partly because of that enthusiasm, that determination, but also she had she had a very fun spirit, which she made hard work look like fun. She was actually, in her professional life, she was working with AT&T, and she had quit to take care of her parents, but then her parents passed on, and so she was available again, and AT&T wanted her back. Even at the age when most people would be kind of moving slowly, she would be wearing this black, really good traction shoes, and she'd be up on the roof. She would be checking the cell sites and the cell system was okay, and she would inspect them. would be thinking, gosh, here I am afraid of heights, and there she is, just like it was nobody's business. And she made everything look easy. And finally, I guess I just want to share one other story. When we were in District 75, which is the Philippines, we were attending the district convention, or the district discon, what we call it, in Davao. And District 75 is a different way of doing their conferences or conventions. They will have a big party, they will have it 2.5 days, and they will always find some unique attraction. In this case, the dinner dance was going to be on a boat. Well, I'm afraid of water. I said, well, maybe I won't go. And she said, no, you're coming. And she literally held my hand and kind of semi-dragged, semi-pulled me up the boat ramp, and we were up there. It was kind of slippery. And I was saying, this is really, and was holding on. And so the picture was a little bit humorous because she was much older than I was, but here I was clinging to her, and she was the one leading. And she was just like that. She wouldn't take no for an answer. And I was thinking, I'm just going to sit here and say, no, we're going to dance. So she pulls me up, and the boat is kind of, there's a bit of a wave, and the floor is a bit slippery. But that doesn't deter her. So she's dancing, and I'm like, treat. I wish I could show you. Oh, yeah, wait, I have a picture here. I hope it's not too visible, but you can see. This one is when we were down on the shore, and there were people with, the painted dancers, and there she is. She was dancing deeply. And the other picture that I wanted you all to see, this is when we were helping Mohammed Murad to become the international officer. And in the backdrop of her, I grabbed this picture from her Facebook page. In the backdrop, this is the volcano, the Mount Mayon, which is the perfect cone. So even her Facebook page just showed that she always aspired for greater heights, and she always just had this really clear focus and clear vision. And so, as I said at the start, she did not leave a legacy. She was living it. She was a living, breathing legacy for all of us who got to know her. Back to you, Mr. Toastmaster.
Thank you very much, Michelle. And I'm sure wherever she is now, she's still dancing. We'll move back just to see Misako.
Hello.
Okay, that's much better.
Can you hear me now?
Much better.
Good. I'm so sorry about the technology and my fighting. Now I'm going back to the stage. Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster and fellow Witty Storytellers and guests from all over the world. Today I am going to share one of my favorite Japanese folktales. But before going into that, let me explain Japanese folktales' popular pattern. Once upon a time, there was an old couple, and husband was good, and wife was bad. That's the pattern. And a good husband usually helps wild creature. The wild creature brings the couple wealth, but bad wife gets greedier, and she ruins everything. But husband forgives her. End of the story. I don't like that pattern, so I am going to tell you a different pattern story. There's no old couples in this story. Let me take you to the 300 years ago, Far East Japan, and deep inside of the mountain. Once upon a time, there was a young man named Yoshi. That was a gray December day. Snow blew sideways. Yoshio was a poor man, single, living by himself, and he's got a little house from his parents. Living deep inside of the mountain, he sells firewood to the village people. Oh my goodness, it's so cold today. It's gonna be a blizzard, Yohyo told himself. But he heard something. What's that? Something going on there. What is this? There's a crane caught in a truck. Oh my goodness, that is just so beautiful. Oh, I'm so sorry, crane. Let me help you with that. It's just too cold up here. Okay, I'll let you go now. Be careful, okay? And he released the crane. The crane soon began just look like a pearl, shiny dot in a gray, snowy cloud. Yohyo went hurry home, and he built a fire, and he made a miso soup. He didn't have much, but he had enough. And he heard something. What's that? Cannot be. This is blizzard out there. Who is this? There was this beautiful lady standing close her eyes. I am sorry to bother you. I seem too lost. If it's okay, can I stay with you tonight? Oh, of course, come on inside. Oh my gosh, it's cool out here. You sit here, built up by the fire. I'll pour you some miso soup, okay? You stay here close by the fire. I'll protect you by the door. Yohyo had a gentle soul. He promised to protect her, and he did. Next morning, blizzard came out, gone, clear day, and the lady came out, said, Yohyo, thank you so much. My name is Tsu. I would like to thank you for your kindness. You know, I'm a weaver, and I see the moon backside of your room, and I can weave if it's okay. Of course, it's my mom, but I don't know what I'm going to do about it. If you can use it, you're more than welcome to use that. But Yohyo, please promise one thing. Just one thing. Promise me truly. Please do not peek while I'm weaving. I am going to close the door. So promise me, do not open the door. Do not peek inside. Of course, I will promise you. I'm okay with that. Take as much as you time, okay? Soon, Yohyo started hearing using loom. It sounded like Tsu was an excellent weaver. The soothing sound, Yohyo was extremely content, dozed off. Next morning, Yohyo woke up, and Tsu came out from the door. Are you okay, Tsu? You've been weaving all night long? Oh my goodness, this is just so beautiful. Tsu brought a beautiful bolt of silk. I didn't know my mom had this beautiful thread. How did you do that? Tsu was just smiling and nodding. Yohyo, your mother had a beautiful loom. I just did whatever I could do. Wow, this is so beautiful. Let me just tell this to the village people, okay? I'll bring some good food. And he went to the village, and the beautiful silk was sold at the snap. He got a lot of money, and he bought rice, fish, miso paste, and some rice cake for Tsu. Look, Tsu, I bought something good for you. Tsu was just nodding. I'm happy for you, Yohyo. But I must tell you, weaving takes a lot out of me. I cannot weave a lot, but if you let me, I'd be always happy to weave you a little more, just a little more. Of course, Tsu, I'm just so happy you're here. Please stay as long as you like. And if you have family out there, I shouldn't take you here too long. But if you're okay, please stay. I'm alone. I have nowhere to go, so I'm happy to be here, Yoshio. Oh, thank you. They started their life together. They didn't have much, but they had enough. Beautiful days, beautiful spring, summer, autumn, and December came again. You know, too, I just had a thought. We can start a family, but I don't have much money. What should I do? If you can just read one more book, can you do that? Of course, Yoshio, I will do that. But this time, the room sounds a bit different. It's slower. Sue, are you okay? Yes, I'm okay. You haven't come out for 2 days. I'm worried. Come on, eat something. I'm okay, Yoshio. Sue, I cannot let you do that anymore. I'm going to open the door. No, Yoshio, you promised. I promised to her, but I'm just so worried. I'm your husband. There wasn't a lady he's familiar with. There was a crane weaving the beautiful cloth, but she was prickling her feather into the fabric. That's the reason the fabric was so beautiful. You broke the promise. Sue looked so sad. Now you broke the promise. I cannot go back to human. I wish you didn't break the promise, Yoshio. I wish you didn't. I am so sorry. What have I done? It doesn't matter. If you cannot go back to human, let me make a crane. Please, will you? You are my wife. I love you. Where are you going to? Where? Don't go. Please come back. Don't leave me alone. I am so sorry. There was no answer from the sky. The crane looked like a tiny pearl in the dark sky. Soon, Yoshio was buried in the deep snow. That was a gray December day. Snow blew sideways. Mr. Toastmaster.
Thank you, Miss Sackle.
Thank you.
I would watch that on television if it was half an hour long. Great. We move on to our third speech, and our third speaker is going to be Mark Strong. Mark is coming to us from Mexico, and Mark is going to be doing the storytelling stage 2, Let's Get Personal. And Mark's objectives are to learn the elements of a good story, create and tell an original story based on a personal experience. And Mark's time is going to be 6 to 8 minutes. Mark shared with me that today he will discuss a human trauma and how he was able to use his Virgo character to preserve. So with a speech entitled Not Ready, Mark Strong, Not Ready. Can you come on screen, Mark? Hello, Mark.
He's not ready.
Great punchline, Brian.
Or sorry, it's on Mark. I must apologise. It's Mark Wordy. I'm confusing it with a certain actor called Mark Strong. Sorry.
That's why it didn't come online.
I do apologize. Mark, are you there?
Mark is worthy to be strong. I don't see him on the list. Let me see.
He's on the
He's
list.
not ready.
He's on the list. Can you speak?
Well, perhaps in the interest of time, we could. I'm just suggesting maybe we could move on.
Will we go to the evaluations?
Yes, and if he
So
comes up, we can go back.
Will be. I'll just ask if Mathilde, are you ready to evaluate Masako, or would you rather I go to Dennis?
Yes, I'm ready.
Oh, you're ready. Okay, that's great.
Misako, do you want to come up? Thanks, Misako, for such a catching speech. It's really like a television show. You could also be an actor. You grabbed me immediately. In the beginning, it was really great how you managed this technology issues and how calm you just were and came back, and with your smile you immediately had us again to focus on you. And in the beginning I thought, why is she telling us these things about the Japanese kind of telling stories? And then I got it. You did not like it, and you fantastically made up a great story. I don't know if you really changed it, but it was wonderful. I loved your body language. You immediately got me, and you really captured me, because I had the feeling these characters, these different ones, you slipped into them, and you brought over what their feelings were, what was going on in them. And I really liked it how you used your vocal variety. In the ending, you got very low with your voice, and it was like getting closer. What is she telling? And then you were bringing it to a point that the day would not be blue again. And that was fantastic. I really enjoyed it. And I liked how you played with the sound. First I thought, what is this? What is this? And later on I got it. The weaving machine. Yes, it was fantastic. And you brought it back. You several times used this issue of bringing back things like the sound, or you were bringing back the dot in the clouds, which was symbolic of the crane. And it was wonderful. It was such a great picture you made in my head. I still have this picture from the beginning with the dark clouds and then this light crane spot. Fantastic how you made it. What I sometimes found that it was a little bit sad, that you were so active, but some of your movements were out of the camera. You were so enthusiastic and energetic, and it already got out of the lens of the camera. But anyway, it was really great that you were standing there and we could get much of your body language. So keep on with this. Your vocal variety was really intriguing, and the pictures you created were so fantastic. Thank you. I'm looking forward to your next speech.
Thank you, Mathilde. And moving on to our next evaluator. So our next evaluator will be Dennis, and Dennis will evaluate Michelle's speech. So come to the screen. Thanks, Dennis.
Hi, Michelle. Can you hear me okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. You and I had talked a little bit by email about the speech, and I know you were a little bit apprehensive about how well you were going to be able to do. There was no need for you to be apprehensive. You did a fine job. It's always appropriate, I think, to give a speech like this. The remembering and recognizing someone who has had a major influence on your life, I think, is always an important thing to do. And you have just recently had
this person, pass on, and for you to come tonight and to tell us about her. I really applaud you for doing that. We are the Witty Storytellers, and tonight you told a story. In fact, you told 3 stories, and I thought you did a really fine job with that. You told us about her spontaneity. You told us about her leadership efforts. You told us about her adventurous nature, and it was obvious as you were talking that you have a very deep affection for this person. And that touched us as well. One of the things you always want to do as a speaker is to get your audience to emote. And you did that pretty effectively tonight, at least for me. And although you never precisely invited us to emulate her in any way, I think that just the very fact that we could see the effect that she's had on your life, the depth of that effect, it makes us want to emulate her and to give that example in our lives as well. You had 3 examples from your time with her. The only thing I would suggest that you might have done, just to make it clear to the audience, as you do one of these speaking of praises, especially someone you would like for the audience to emulate, is to let us know what that item is before or after you tell the story. Be very blatant with us. Tell us you'd like for us to be as adventurous as she is. The final note that I have for you, and this is one of those online club points, is never put anything between the microphone and your mouth. Because when that went up, we lost you. We could barely hear you in the background. But I know you didn't have a lot of time to prepare for this. I know you didn't. You put this together pretty rapidly, and because of that, you did what you needed to do, and I applaud you for that. I really enjoyed the speech, and I thank you very much for sharing with us. And George, this is for you, buddy.
Thank you, Dennis. So we'll go back and see if Mark Wardy have you sorted out your video? Are you able to give it a try?
He cannot.
I saw
He
him
cannot.
come on a while
He cannot
ago.
share the video, but perhaps he can share the sound.
Mark, are you able to speak with us?
He wrote, "I am sorry, but there are complications." No, with the video conference, and cannot continue with the camera.
According to the list, his microphone is open right now. I don't think his system's working right.
Okay. Shall I just move on? I do apologize. I should have got the times in between the speeches for the or in between the speeches and evaluations for the evaluators. But can I call on George to give us the times of the speeches and the evaluations?
Sure you can. The people were doing a great job tonight with the timing. Misaka, I apologize for not pronouncing your name correctly if I didn't. 7 minutes and 41 seconds, and she was aiming for 7 to 9, so it was right in the middle and good time. Michelle spoke 5 to 7 minutes, and she came in at 7:40. But this was a really tough speech, I think, because of the personal relationship and also because of the unexpected assignment. So I think she did a great job, and she was presenting very well. Our 2 evaluators tonight were at 2 minutes and 31 seconds for Mathilde and Dennis 2 minutes and 47 seconds. So everyone is paying close attention, and perhaps even the timer is doing a good job. Who knows?
Thank you, George. And the timer has done a very good job. Finding timing devices, books, rubber duckies. I've never seen a rubber ducky used before. But it's on the agenda now that we will look for some comments on on the meeting. So would anyone like to share some thoughts?
Maybe general evaluator could.
Okay. Oh no, it's just it came on at first, I think. Okay. Well, I'll go to our general evaluator, who is also our current president. And I'll hand over to Svetlana to give a general evaluation for the meeting.
Thank you, Gary. Please remind me how much time I have. 2 minutes.
Time on the general evaluation, 3 to 5 minutes. 3, 4, 5.
Yes, I'll let you
I must say that
3, 4, and 5.
Thank you. Well, I must say that being the general evaluator of today's meeting for this club, I am certainly very much biased. So you will hear a lot of good things, but I also noticed areas where we can improve. We started almost on time, with Geroid and Julie being excellent greeters and welcomers, and we have chatting and help each other with video presence and checking audios and everything. I thought it was innovative for this club to start the meeting with table topics, because normally we start with prepared speeches. That was quite well done. Of course, I would advise Julie to table topics master to ask a question and then wait a moment and think of somebody unexpectedly and have all of us think about the questions. Because sometimes questions were asked directly to the person who was already picked. Other than that, such a diversity of questions and answers. Toastmaster Geroid chose a wonderful theme of the day. It was a pity that we didn't have a grammarian, because the word of the day also adds a little bit more flavor to the meeting. And with some science, it would probably be easy to find a suitable word of the day, and then we would all refer to it. Yes. I also wanted to advise Geroid, who I think confessed that it was his first Toastmaster of the Day role for this club, right? And he is also Scorpio, and he said that he was supposed to be dominating. So I wish you to dominate the meeting more. You are the MC, you are the master of ceremonies for the meeting, so you're managing everybody. But you had a lot of support from Julie and from all of us. However, just feel more in command. Right. Now, of course, all speakers had their own evaluators, but I felt like we were, I would call this meeting Chocolates and Cherries with Michelle and Bisako's stories, because we had 2 absolutely natural storytellers with us today, and I just forgot how time was flying. But I was reminded very kindly and very properly by George. The timer today was just excellent. He stepped in at the last moment, and I think it was the best thing we could do. Have him come in with all his devices, and I absolutely loved your devices and your timing. The role how you performed it, the way you performed your role was also quite entertaining. Yes, thank you. Right. Our evaluators were very entertaining as well. It was good to listen to Mathilde and to Dennis, who found a lot of good things to say, but very suitable recommendations. Because I also wanted to say that Michelle hid herself from a red light with that prop, but everything worked well. I also wanted to say that we are managing our sound space amazingly well. Our sound space is filled with applause and giggles and dog barking, so it's just amazing. However, I made a picture of our screenshot of how we look when we are speaking, and I wanted to say that we're not using the space, the screen space properly, because we need of course, I'm also, a fan of Zoom, but maybe we will change to Zoom at some point. At the moment, it's a bit crowded out on the top. Other than that, again, such an enjoyable meeting. I am so happy that we record all our meetings and we can watch them whenever we like. Thank you, everybody, for coming.
Thank you, Madam President. And I must say, I enjoyed the speeches and the evaluations and the topics today quite immensely. So I think I throw it open to the floor now. If I'm right, I'm going to dominate this one. And say, does anyone want to chip in and come forward with some comments on today's meeting?
Mr. Toastmaster, Mr. Scorpio Toastmaster, I have a question / suggestion. When do you intend to start the club elections? Or what time? So that our timer will know and will be able to signal to you.
Maybe just looking here on the time feedback. 4 minutes. Sorry, George. Just on the time. So 4 minutes for comments. 3 minutes, 3:30, and 4 minutes. On the agenda. Sorry about that. So, any comments from some of our non-members, maybe some of the guests?
Through you, Mr. Toastmaster, yes, I'd like to say thank you for having me here as a guest again today. I was asked in table topics if I would join. How many members are you shy of getting DCP points? How many members do you require to hit the magic number that is required? One? Oh, two?
Well, actually, two. Two if because the other person hasn't sent in her payment yet. But yeah.
Is this a weekly meeting or a fortnightly? I can never remember.
Once every 2 weeks. Once every 2 weeks.
Yes, and we have one more meeting. We have 3 meetings.
Well, he doesn't.
One is educational part.
Yeah, no. All right. I have enjoyed the meeting and I enjoy the storytelling aspect of this because that's something that I'm trying to develop. So if the offer is still there, then yes, I will take my wife out to dinner and explain to her.
We can even sing her a song online.
That's all right.
The positive thing is you don't have to leave home to do it. So
that's the beauty of online meetings. I mean, that will actually mean that I now have 3 online clubs as well as 3. Brian, you were using a walk-in club, I think was the suggestion that you came up with earlier. I like walk-in or physical clubs, so I'll have 3 online clubs and 3 offline clubs. Okay.
Such a good news, Graham. I learn from you every time you come to our meetings. I learn a lot from you because you're the radio presenter, and I just, right. So thank you.
I see Fabiola's there. Yeah, hi Fabiola.
Oh, nice to see you again.
Finally, happened. So yeah, a little bit late, but I'm glad I'm here.
You're very welcome. I just saw your name there on the list. Okay.
Always a strange time for me. I try to because I love the speciality of this club, storytelling. And it's always a little bit of a challenge for me to be online, and that made it exciting. And I did get to hear the stories of Misako and Michelle. That's
very, very good. Very good. Excellent. Okay, so I think we'll move on now, and I just want to thank you for having me as Toastmaster. It was my first time doing the role and my first time doing being administrator or presenter on GoToMeeting. So I'm a fast learner, and the next time hopefully I will improve and I will take Sasana's suggestions on board. Thank you so much, and I'll pass over the control of the meeting's President, Svetlana.
You did a great job, Mr. Murphy. Great job.